Hello everyone, this is the Untitled Critic and I'm back with another game on Steam Deck, and today we're testing Teardown, the Sandbox demolishing game. So we start by choosing one of my favorite maps. Alright, so here we are. So first of all, I have a frame rate locked to 60 frames per second, as you can see. And if you go to the graphic options, I did actually a couple of tweaks. So first of all, we have the render scale. So by default, this is set to 100. I reduced it to 75%. Render quality was set to high. By default, I reduced it to medium. And the reason I did that is simply because with everything set to high, just the game can't really maintain a good frame rate. But reducing these two options can give us a much higher boost in frame rate while still also maintaining a good image quality. Alright, so we're now in sandbox mode, so I have pretty much everything unlocked, and I will just show you how the game. So pretty much the game is that has a campaign mode where you run a like a demolishing business, and you're doing heist, stealing stuff, destroying properties, all that kind of stuff. I wasn't like a big fan of the campaign mode, but the gameplay mechanics, the gameplay core itself is just so good, and the game features such an incredible technology that I would totally, recommend it, even at least just for the sandbox mode. As you can see, just the image quality is just incredible. It has this absolutely gorgeous sandbox, light, reflections. All right, so now let's try to show you some of the destruction you can cause. As you can see, things can really... yeah, everything is pretty much destructible in this game, like everything. And it's just so incredible because the game has these, I think they call it like voxels. I mean, all these little cubes that you see here, everything is made out of them. Think of it like Minecraft, except that the cubes are way, way smaller. And each single cube can be destroyed independently and individually. So you end up with some really, really detailed destruction. Oh, okay, I was so close to the explosion radius. At least, thankfully, the game loads so fast, so that's not really a problem. And as you can see, you can also drive vehicles. Even the vehicles can be destroyed, and they can also be used like as weapons. All right, so we entered this house over here. Okay, this seems like a good vehicle. Let's try this one. But soon enough, you can see that we can pretty much tank the frame rate all the way to the mid-20s when there is just so much destruction going on. And that happens, obviously. I mean, this is the point of this game, at least the sandbox mode. Yeah, vehicles can be controlled quite nicely. So different vehicles can have like different controls, like you have the... I don't know what this one is called. Yeah, I mean the little things that you can destroy with. And as you can see, just the destruction physics is just so incredible. It's unfortunate that these kind of physics didn't really they didn't really take off. I think the PS3, Xbox 360 era had some of these games with some destructible environments, but it didn't really get too popular, unfortunately. And we don't really see it much in today's games. I mean, obviously it costs a lot of resources, obviously, and most games focuses more on graphical fidelity. Yeah, just incredible how everything is so interactable. Okay, so come on. All right, so let's try something quite crazy, maybe. I'm trying to see how far I can push frame rate. All right, so far the frame rate is actually holding quite well. I'm not saying like dips below the 30, which is good. In some maps it can actually dips quite a lot. All right. Okay, you know what? Let's give it. Let's check another map real quick. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Oh no, sorry. I want to check one map with lots of water. Yeah, it was this one. It was the security map. The maps are actually quite big and detailed. I like them. Okay. And now you can see how gorgeous this game is. I think it has like its own kind like so it runs on its own engine. So this engine has been built for this game, and I think it's like this is like a RT reflections, like a built-in RT reflections for this engine, and they look absolutely incredible. I mean, just look at the water, you can see the light, the reflections, really cool stuff. And now if we try some of, we can try to think the spot over here. So unfortunately, like the building, despite all the destruction, it doesn't like collapse in a realistic way. For example, like you can destroy all the buildings and it has like a thin line of bricks holding it all. So it doesn't fall under its own weight. But for boats, it does actually sink like in a more realistic way than buildings, I would say, at least in this game. And you know what, we can try like to do like a really big explosion now. Okay, so we have this really cool bomb here. So yeah, this is yeah, you can just climb all the way up to the and view the entire map. This will be like a good test, like a good what is it, like a good stress test. And now we can blow it all up. Really cool. All right, so all right guys, so this is Teardown. As you can see from the sandbox mode, it's just absolutely so chaotic. You can do all kind of crazy stuff, and it's just so much fun. Again, it really reminds me of these like older games where that had like destructible environment, lots of physics. Unfortunately, we don't see like such games today. Okay, yeah, the syncing is really cool. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The campaign mode is honestly disappointing. It feels like it betrays the game incredible core mechanics. It just like the mission structure isn't really fun, at least for me. It felt very repetitive. But the sandbox mode is just incredible. The frame rate can hold quite well. As you can see, it does dip to the mid 30s. The lowest I managed to bring it was to like 26, I think, in one of the maps. It was like had like a big mall and lots of things were flying and being destroyed. And obviously, I'm here like abusing like infinite bombs and that kind of stuff to create this stress test. But honestly, the game is just incredible. It runs really, really well, and I would really recommend it. I'm really enjoying it. I will have a full written review on my website, maybe during next week once I spend some more time with it. And yeah, I hope you found this video enjoyable and informative. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll catch up with you next time.